Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah. Koholoim la Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akhwa that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Achanan Nawach. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And just seen this video where, it's something that was in Euro News. I like to kind of peep through Euro News, you know what I'm saying? It gives you a little insight into what these so-called Europeans are into, which they're not Europeans, they're actually Edomites. And I came across this article right here, video, dogs and cats blessed with holy water in Madrid, right? So you can, as you can see right there, I'm not going to play the sound. Sometimes it don't even come in anyway, but look at these people. Dozens of pet owners in Madrid brought their dogs and cats to St. Anthony Church to be blessed with holy water. Right? Just doofy looking, bro. Just this shit got nothing to do with the scriptures. The Bible does say, you want to take care of your animals. That's common sense. But this shit that they doing right here, this is retarded, bro. But this is the Catholic Church. And motherfuckers with cats and dogs and shit coming through and they sprinkling water on these motherfuckers. Like, come on, bro. What was interesting was I went into this guy St. Anthony, right? And he was around during the 1200s. So let me just go off into this guy, right? Let's go into this guy. Salaki, I don't know what the hell just happened there. Salaki, bear with me. I want to go into this guy's name. Okay, so yeah, let me go in here and I want to get this guy and get some information on him to show you, these damn Catholics. Salaki. These Catholics have been fooling the world forever. And the day of reckoning is coming to you Edomites, man, that have added to and changed the scriptures, man. I was going into that yesterday at camp. All that adding to and taking away from the scriptures, that shit gonna get your ass fucked up. Let me go into this guy's because it's called Day of St. Anthony, right? Let me just go into it. Salak. I don't know why it's doing that. Messing with this new phone, this new little app or whatever. Doing that. I just wanted to just do that. Yeah, exactly. That's all we need to do right here. Okay, so when you go into it, the main day of St. Anthony is celebrated June 13th, honoring St. Anthony of Padua, a beloved Franciscan saint known as the patron of lost items, lost causes, and a powerful preacher. Well, you're lost if you believe in this shit. You're lost if you believe in white Jesus, man, which is a damn idol. Says he died on June 13th, 1231. And his feast day involves special masses, blessing of bread, and traditions like seeking his help to find misplaced things or people, with celebrations often featuring Italian feasts and foods. So it's all idolatry, man. The Catholic Church, these so-called white people, have infiltrated the world with white Jesus, man, the idol. Okay, so it says, who was St. Anthony? Born in Lisbon, Portugal, he joined the Franciscan order and became famous for his eloquent sermons across Italy and France. Well, the scriptures talks about, just keeping it simple and plain, basically, man. Yahushua, he did speak in parables, and it really was for those that it was just meant to get, when you go into, matter of fact, let me grab this quick script real quick. Because the disciples asked the Lord why, was he speaking to the people in parables? And really, this doctrine, the real truth, 100% truth, is only for the children of Israel. It's not for these fucking Italians, these damn Moabites, these Chinese, these so-called white people that's, calling them names, calling themselves after all these different continents that they're in. Shit got nothing to do with them at all, man. But they got their hands on the scriptures. They whitewashed all the images and placed themselves on that pedestal as if they were God, man. And they're being exposed. So, let me see. I want to go to directly to this because the disciples asked the Lord, why was he speaking to the people in parables? Why wasn't he just being plain with them? I think this is it right here. Let me see. Yeah. Matthew 13:10. Let me start there. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. And that shows you right there that the Lord is not dealing with everybody on the planet. He doesn't love everybody, man. This is only for the elect of Israel, man. For whosoever hath, well, that was the point right there. We can kill it right there. Let me read verse 11 again. Let me see how it reads in the NLT. It says, He replied, You are permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but others are not. You can't get no plainer than that. Can't get no plainer than that. So when you look at shit like this right here, okay, yeah, but when you looking at shit like this right here, you know full well these people don't have it, man. You know, and when the Lord comes, oh my man, it's just gonna be such a beautiful. We can't wait to see the looks on these people's faces when they see that they've been following a fucking idol, man. And Esau ran throughout the world and had been terrorizing people into believing this bullshit. You know, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Israelites to this day, especially Northern Kingdom, they go hard about this Catholic Church shit, man. It's bullshit, man. Okay, but this is what they was doing, right? It says, he is venerated for his compassion, humility, powerful intercession, making him one of the most powerful saints in the Catholic Church. Prayer for lost items. This is how they celebrate, right? How people celebrate. Prayers for lost items. People often pray to Saint Anthony. What is Saint Anthony? You're supposed to be praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're supposed to be praying to the Father Yahweh in the name of his Son Yahushai. And those are the true names of the Father and Son. Not no damn Jehovah, not no damn Jesus. These Catholics, they believe more in White Mary than they actually do in the Son of God that they call Jesus, man. But the true name of the Father is Yahweh, which means that he exists, or the existing one. And the true name of his Son is Yahweh Shai, man. But they praying to this guy for lost items, right? It says people often pray to St. Anthony to help find lost keys, wallets, or even lost faith, using phrases like, St. Anthony, please come around. Something is lost and cannot be found. You see, this shit is retarded. That's why what's that? It's a scripture that talks about wives' tales and fables, not believing in all this bullshit, right? It says Saint Anthony's bread. In some traditions, especially Italian American communities, bread rolls, often with fennel seeds, are blessed and shared as an offering of thanksgivings for answered prayers. Then they have feasts and processions. Large festivals, particularly in Italian American neighborhoods like Boston North End, feature elaborate processions, food vendors, and cultural celebrations. So these people got their own bullshit ass holidays, man, when it comes to this shit. Right? So I guess they had the feast, but this shit right here, it's just weird as hell. You out here, you blessing down fucking pets and shit with holy water, man. The people not even blessed, you know. But it shows you just how far off these other nations are when they get their hands on the scriptures, man. Matter of fact, let's get I quoted that one. Let me see if I can find it. I want to get Psalm chapter 50, verse 16, because these people don't have no business with their hands on the scriptures, man. And the Lord gonna deal with them too. Let me see. I'm trying to think how it's worded. Let me see. Let me try this. Yep. Here we go. Right here. I think this is it. Let me start at verse 6. 1 Timothy 4:6. If thou put the brethren in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, nourished up in the words of faith and of good doctrine, whereunto thou hast attained. But refuse profane and old wise fables. See that? And exercise thyself rather unto godliness. Right? You're supposed to refuse these types of things. Do not waste, in the NOT it says, do not waste time arguing over godless ideas and old wives' tales. You're supposed to refuse, man. Matter of fact, let me see. It should be, let me see. Okay, 1 Timothy 1 and 4. Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in faith, so do. And that's nothing more than a fable, man. 1 Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. Yep. Yeah, 2 Timothy 4 and 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. Turned unto fables, yeah. Titus 1 and 14. Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. See? Titus 3 and 9. But avoid foolish questions, genealogies, and contentions, strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. But that was the point that I wanted to get, was these fables, man. But now let me go. This is Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. Because you Catholics are on some bullshit, man. You've pushed all these bullshit ass religions and doctrines out here in the world, man. Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instructions and castest my words behind thee? What are you doing with the Bible, man? Fuck out here blessing dogs and cats and shit, when the people are all fucked up. Your people not even, and then these are the very same people that you know what I'm saying, and had all kinds of lawsuits for dealing with these little boys. As a matter of fact, I had another. Let me see. I may not even have it in here anymore. Let me see. Okay, so I asked, well, this is not Chat GPT, but Perplexity, an AI app. But I asked him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just yesterday, and it just dawned on me. It's like I asked, does a rabbi own Pornhub, right? And it says yes. An ordained rabbi is part of the ownership group behind Pornhub's parent company, but he is not a traditional congressional rabbi running a synagogue. Right? Who the rabbi is? Canadian lawyer Solomon. There you go. Solomon, man. Or this is not the original Solomon here. Solomon Friedman is an ordained rabbi who co-founded the private equity firm Ethical Capital Partners. His role with Pornhub. Friedman is a partner and public-facing executive of ECP and has been widely described as the rabbi lawyer helping oversee Pornhub's attempt to rebrand as more ethical and compliant. What the fuck you mean? Ethical and compliant. Why aren't you the guy that's trying to get rid of it? You're ain't no telling how much money he done made off of this shit, bro. Articles note he completed his rabbinical studies and received ordination, though he chose to pursue law and business rather than work as a full-time practicing rabbi. And if he's if he's a lawyer, he's a fucking liar. You can't be a lawyer in this man's system without being a complete damn liar, man. You got to be wicked as hell to be a part of this man's system as a lawyer. Okay, it says why people say rabbi owns Pornhub. Because ECP controls Aloy, and Friedman is both a partner in ECP and ordained rabbi. Headlines in social media often simplify this to a rabbi owns Pornhub. Well, okay, you part owner, you there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a part of debauchery, basically. You're part of reveling and matter of fact, let's see if we can get scriptures on that. Salaki, bear with me. Okay, Con. Let me get I'm gonna start Romans chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 25, but I'm gonna read down Might be able to get it in the yeah, let's read it in the New Living Translation. Now, mind you, with Pornhub, that shit it might even have to do with men on men, LGBT. So why would you, as a rabbi, just in general, you already know, ain't no telling what this shit. They probably got rights to bestiality videos, all kinds of shit, bro. These people are the wicked, man. But they running around, fronting as if they're these righteous people, man. Romans 1:25 in the New Living Translation. They traded the truth about Yahweh for a lie. So they worship and serve the things Yahweh created instead of the Creator himself, who is worthy of eternal praise. Amen. That is why Yahweh abandoned them to their shameful desires. Even the women turned against the natural way to have sex and instead indulge in sex with each other. That women on women. A lot of that's in porn. And men, instead of having normal sexual relations with women, burn with lust for each other. Men did shameful things with other men, and as a result of this sin, they suffered within themselves the penalty they deserve. And then you have a woman, she getting banged off by 3-4 dudes. You know what I'm saying? They all got they rod in each hole, and they all on each other, and it's just all nastiness, man. It's just all nastiness. Here you go, you looking at another man's nakedness, just ridiculous, bro. Since they thought it foolish to acknowledge God, he abandoned them to their foolish thinking and let them do things that should never be done. Their lives became full of every kind of wickedness: sin, greed, hate, envy, murder, quarreling, deception, malicious behaviors, and gossip. They are backstabbers, haters of God, insolent, proud, and boastful. They invent new ways of sinning, and they disobey their parents. They refuse to understand, break their promises, are heartless, and have no mercy. They know God's justice requires that those who do these things deserve to die, yet they do them anyway. Worse yet, they encourage others to do them too. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. And they own a lot of this media shit. It's just one guy. You know what I'm saying? They own all the bullshit you see on TV. These cartoons and shit with, to pollute your children. You know, it's coming out that this man is the devil, man. And they've been using the Bible, you know, to fool the people into thinking that they're this righteous people. In the backdrop, they're the most evil motherfuckers on the planet, man. Can't get around it. What was that other one? I'm trying to think. Might be. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 6:9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, right? Nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, or covetous, nor drunkards, nor rivalers, right? Nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. Now, this is in the New Testament, but these Christians will tell you that the laws are done away with. But here's a whole list of things that's telling you that if you do these things, your ass is not going to make the kingdom of heaven. So why are these Christians? But they get that from where? These Christian churches, man. White Jesus done saved you from everything, and you can do what you want until he comes. That's all from Christianity, mainly, from the Catholic Church. Motherfucker out here sprinkling water on dogs and cats and shit. Praying to some motherfucker named Saint Anthony. Come on, bro. You can't make this up, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just something I just wanted to just touch on real quick, man. That our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's that. Because it's a lot of Jake that's over in Italy. There's a lot of Israelites that's over there in all these lands, because we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But Jake don't know no better, man. And they're gonna be destroyed right along with Esau and his bullshit. Then you bring your children up. And send your children to these places, and they molesting your kids, man. Crazy. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt not be no priest to me, seeing thou hatest Salakia, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. See? And that's the reason why a lot of things are going on with the kids these days, or the children these days. Right? Because our people have completely forgotten about the Lord. Then they go to these churches, they front, they act as if they're all religious. They jump back in their car and they're a fucking demon for the week. Then they go back on Sunday. They throw a little bit of money into the pot. And then it's crazy because, matter of fact, you're getting your energy from the spiritual demon Satan right out of them churches, man. Like, for real, for real. So I'm ending out there, man. I just found this to be interesting, you know what I'm saying? With a motherfucker sprinkling water on cats and dogs and shit, talking about St. Anthony, you know. Just a bunch of we can't wait, man, till the Lord really just comes through and shows the real truth, man, that the elders been bringing out, the apostles, elders, and bishops on down, have been bringing out for years, man. That this truth, this 100% truth is gonna be shown to the world on full display. And all the bullshit, all the lies, all the I believed in this, I believe in you, I don't believe. All right, well, it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna see, goddammit. It's gonna be 100% proof right in front of your eyes, man. So with that, shalom.